Hey guys, what's up? It's Jeremy from Jeremy's World, and today we're going to be having a lot of fun taking a look at another really nice motorhome. This is an Entegra Esteem, and if you're not familiar with it, this is kind of like the Jayco platform, a higher level of that. This motorhome is going to be 27 feet long, so it's going to be, a nice size, not too big, not too small. It's going to sleep, at least 6 people, and we're going to get into that when we get inside of it. So that's rad. It's on a 2022 chassis, so this is also going to have the 7.3 gas engine, which I absolutely love. I have that in my 24B, so this is going to be a good time. If this is your first time at the channel, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you can hang out with me. Who am I? Well, my name is Jeremy Johnson, and I've been building custom vehicles for more than 25 years and now become one of the industry leaders when it comes to building vans and RVs. So I may know a thing or two, and that's what I'm gonna love about sharing all of the cool features of like this motorhome and give you some ideas of what you could do in your own motorhome. And as we're hanging out here, thinking about the places that we would like to go in this, I'm also listening to this jet warm up, thinking, God, if you only had a jet, the places you could go. But today, I guess we're restricted to the ground, and what better way would I love to travel in a motorhome like this? So if you have a small family, hey, maybe it's just your significant other, this is gonna be a nice size motorhome. This thing is not giant. It's really still, even being at 27 feet, easy to maneuver and drive. Now, part of that drivability is going to come into play because this particular RV is going to have a suspension kit done on it by WeldTech Designs. This is gonna be a 4-inch kit. And what's really nice about this kit is it eliminates the all the other things that you normally hear about people saying, hey, add sumo springs, add sway bars, add all this other kind of BS to it you don't really need. Another thing that this is going to do by having a suspension package on there like this is you can see that this has that single step. And if this was 4 inches lower, you would see that this would be a lot lower to the ground, and a lot of times those actually get damaged. Oh, it wasn't even an airplane, it was a helicopter. That thing is a beast. So we have that here in San Diego to help because it is fire season. We do get a lot of fires, and that goes out and is able to just drop a ton of water or retardant wherever it needs and help fight fire. So thing is rad, it's giant. So anyways, we're getting a lot more clearance, and especially if you have the leveling jacks under there as well, you really don't want these things dragging, creating more damage on your RV. So really, overall, if you were to look at this, the RV doesn't look crazy. It's gonna be 4 inches taller, still has the stock tires as well. And even when we come to the back, I encourage you to look at the height difference between your fender. You're gonna see a lot more room, massive set of leaf springs in there, but wow, what a difference the ride makes on this overall motorhome. So some of the nice features that I wanna talk about on the outside of this is, I always go back and forth whether I like them or not. I think one of my biggest things that I really like are the outdoor kitchens now. At first I was kind of thinking, that's one of those things I don't really like. I'm still gonna stick to the outdoor TV, just not something necessary for me. If we're going camping, I don't really want to be hanging out watching TV. I want to be doing, fun stuff. However, this is going to have the outside entertainment where you're going to have the TV. Now, one of the big things on a lot of these Class Cs as we walk down this, you're going to know that all the compartments are really small. And that's one of the biggest problems when you get into some of these Class Cs is just the lack of storage on there. It's kind of a big, it's where do I put everything? You're gonna have one compartment over here on this side where you're gonna be able to, this is gonna be locked, but it's one storage compartment where you can put some chairs, maybe a barbecue, but I feel like a lot of these motorhomes always lack storage. I would love to hear what, you guys do. Another big thing is if you have a motorhome, you're thinking about doing more road trips, things of that nature, obviously with it, keep in mind that a lot of these don't have spare tires as well. It's one of those things that a lot of people don't think about, oh, a spare tire? I thought it would just come on this motorhome, and it clearly doesn't. So maybe something that you want to add. That's another reason why the Weldtech Designs backpack, like I did on my RV, it gave me the ability to run a spare tire. It gave me a box to be able to put additional things in there, as well as a folding table mount. So just something to think about as you're like, hey, planning out your RV build. Maybe you're planning out your RV trip for the summer and you're like, man, where am I gonna put this stuff? I really want it. I just talked to a customer and they were like, hey, we're going to Alaska and I wanna run 2 spares. So we came up with a solution in order to do that. Just things to think about. So another thing I wanna talk about on the Jayco models that is really important, and one of the things that I really like about the Jayco models is all of the Jayco models are going to come with rubber isolators between the frame and the body. That's really important because it's really gonna preserve the whole life of your coach. You're going to have 2 individual units versus on a lot of coaches, the body is welded to the chassis. So there's not really anything to absorb that energy, which is going to be really important. So one of the big features on the Jayco models, on the Entegra models that I really, really like. Another thing to keep in mind of is that the goal is to keep your motorhome for a while. This is gonna have that one-piece cap, and that's one of the big things that Jayco or Entegra are known for. You're gonna get that one-piece cap. Now the reason for that is gonna be really to reduce the long-term effects that the sun and water are going to do and damage it. And on my last motorhome, that seam came apart, water got into it, and it ruined all of the inside on the front of that motorhome and was really a big pain. Now, one of the really nice features, if you're wondering, well, what's the difference between the Jayco and the Entegra? Well, you're gonna notice right here, look at that giant window that you're gonna have on the front of the Entegra. So on the Jaycos, you're not gonna get that window. So the Entegra is kind of a stepped up model, a little bit more luxury, a little bit more of the little details in it. For instance, the window, we'll get into some of the other things on the inside, but I just don't know if it's worth it. I mean, for you guys that have a Jayco maybe versus an Entegra, I mean, I guess that's what the comment section is for. Like, is it worth the upgrade going from the Entegra, to like from a normal Jayco? So again, this is on the E450 chassis. It does have the 7.3 gas, so a ton of power, which is going to be awesome. So 27U, and wow, check this out. Well, you got the easy drive. There's no more FSD shock technology that could come off. It all has Fox shocks on it, but now it's equipped with WTD performance suspension. So as you come into this, I'm gonna say this is probably my second favorite floor plan. It's very similar to the 24B. You're gonna have more of the booth style here or the bench style here versus the booth. I personally like the booth having more kids. You're still getting a big bed. The bed up on the top is giant. Another nice thing about that is you have the giant TV up there as well. Of course, the kids are gonna love that when driving. And I think one of my favorite childhood memories though on my motorhome growing up was that window. I know for whatever reason, I loved laying up on that top bunk, looking out the front window. Maybe it was like a, forward scene of Titanic, just thought I was flying up there, hanging out. So the big difference between a 24B and this 27E is going to be the couch. Now, something to keep in mind too is now, because of the couch, they've flipped the kitchen to the driver's side of the motorhome. And this is something that you don't see in a lot of motorhomes. Typically, you're going to see the kitchen area on the passenger side. And to me, the reason being is accessibility. If you're outside cooking, if you're doing that sort of thing, majority of time, your camp is off to this side. So you're able to, essentially be inside cooking, doing whatever, still being able to go outside. It's just a quick few steps. So this is gonna be like an extra, 8 steps coming in here, getting to your kitchen area. Now, this is all closed up and you can notice still in here, there is a ton of room. Now, here's gonna be another feature of the Entegra model that you're going to get. So now you can see that you have your refrigerator freezer combo, and instead of it just being blank, you're gonna have the cabinet overlays really trying to disguise the refrigerator and freezer as being just part of the overall cabinetry system going down the motorhome. So nice fridge freezer combo. You are going to have the range in this, which is going to be really nice. And again, look at this. We see this on more and more motorhomes that people are having to do this in order to make it so that this cooktop doesn't rattle. Mine rattled so much that it actually broke. Now another nice thing is I love the inlays that you can put in there to increase your counter space, because once you are using your sink, you definitely lose pretty much all counter space. You are gonna have your microwave, your cabinets, and everything on that side. Now, this is going to be where from here back is gonna be identical to that 24B. You're gonna have that slide out that's gonna go all the way back. Now, the big difference on this Entegra model are gonna be the window coverings. You're also gonna get bigger cabinets on the back side above your bed. So you're gonna get a little bit more there. When it comes to the bathroom, your bathroom is going to be almost identical. You are gonna get a couple other things, like notice you're getting like the curtains and things of that nature. Let's pick that up, move that out of the way. Another thing that you're going to get is like the doors. So instead of having like a curtain, you're getting a glass door in there as well. Other than that, it's going to be, you know, all pretty much the same, except we're losing people's toothbrushes. Put that back where we found it. But overall, everything else is the same, just a glass door. So again, in the Entegra model, you're getting a little bit nicer features. You know, like I don't have the curtains. I'm just gonna have, you know, normal blinds, things of that nature. So once this whole slide out goes out, we're gonna get a ton of room. You're also gonna have all of the back cabinets that you have in a 24B as well. So really it's like, looks identical to the 24B. Now, one other thing as well. So because this is going to be 3 feet longer, we're gonna have 2 slide outs versus 1 slide out where the whole wall goes out. So in this particular model, you're gonna have your kitchen and dinette, which is going to slide out. And then in the back, you're gonna have just your back bedroom that's going to slide out. Now, the big plus in that for me is the smaller you make the slide, the less potential, you know, there is for damaging it. I know a lot of people talk about going to different slides. I know that there's companies that make a better slide system on this, because I have heard a lot of, you know, negative things about the Jayco slide. So Vroom is a company that makes them. I would totally be interested in, you know, maybe getting with those guys and talking with them. But you're gonna see, so like a little bit bigger cabinets, all of that's a little bit finished, more finished. You're gonna get, the blinds are going to be a little bit different. So these are going to be all of the features that an Entegra is going to have versus, and check this out, look at this. I mean, what couldn't be better? We got the San Diego Padres, and then we got WeldTech Designs hanging out over there, you know, as we walk through this. And then it looks like we have Donald Trump just hanging out, and this is a political parody dog toy, you know. Always fun, loving what people have going on. But this is it. This is, I mean, this thing is awesome. I really like this model. I love the couch. I think that if I was going to do another motorhome, this is the kind of like what I would be looking for, just a little bit bigger than that 24B. I mean, this thing is just nice. Of course, one of the things that I'm not a big fan on with the Jayco, you know, I've expressed that a couple times, is like not really a big fan of the windows. It's one thing that I would definitely like to upgrade and change out, is like a full sliding window. But, you know, minor technicalities overall, this thing is pretty nice. I would love to hear what you guys think of it. And if there's a specific RV that you guys would like me to do a review on, walk through it, tell you the pros and cons of it, you know, feel free to hit me up. I got no skin in this. I'm not gonna BS you either, because I'm not selling motorhomes. I'm just showing them all off and having a good time doing it. Let me know what you think I should make a video on. Maybe an airplane going flying. I just got flying on my mind now. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me. My name is Jeremy. This is Jeremy's World 10. I'll see you guys in the next video.